All right, here we are again with a new video stream going on with the theoretical questions. We are right now in question 91 and the aim is to get to question 120. So let's go. All right, and let's start immediately. Again, I forgot again the microphone. So, however, no problem. You haven't missed something actually. I wanted to tell you we are starting right now with the first of 30 questions. You want to overtake. What should you be prepared for now? All right, let's have a look here on the picture. And if we extend it a little bit, we see we are driving around 18 kilometers per hour. And we have a bicycle driver here who maybe wants to turn right or maybe wants to visit his friend here. And we have another bicycle in front of us who might turn left. And far away is a blue car, but he's not that close. All right, let's go back to the answers. You want to overtake. What should you be prepared for now? The cyclist in the distance pulls out to the left. Yeah, that might be possible. The blue car overtakes me. Nah, he's very far away. I think he won't do that one. The cyclist directly in front of me stops on the roadway. Yes, that is highly possible. All right, let's solve it. And yes, both answers are correct. All right, let's continue. Why can it be dangerous to overtake on an obscured straight road? Unobscured straight road. Oh, important. We have to read it carefully. Because I estimate the distance away of an oncoming vehicle as being too great. Yes, that might be. Because I estimate the speed of an oncoming vehicle as being too low. Yes, that might be too. Because I estimate my overtaking distance to be shorter than it is. Yes, that might be dangerous as well. So let's solve it, and all of three responses are correct. Please start the film in order to familiarize yourself with the situation. Come on, let's just watch the film. Okay, we are driving with 45 kilometers. We are on a priority road. And from behind comes a car and he wants to overtake us. Now he's on the left mirror, which you can't see, and he's in the blind spot right now. Okay, so let's go to the question. What is the right course of action now? Now, if I open the picture here, we can see there is the beginning of the car on the left and side here, a little bit higher than me here, exactly there. All right, we are driving 45, I said already. So what is the right course of action now? I reduce my speed definitely, because if not, the overtaking car won't make it back to our lane before the coming traffic arrives. I move to the right onto the parking strip. Well, that's not the correct way how to handle that situation, especially when there are parking cars. So we shouldn't click it. Damn, what did I do? I maintain my current speed. No, that's not very kind. So just the first answer is the correct one. Yes. All right, let's continue. What must you be prepared for when a truck in front of you wishes to turn right into a narrow street? So a truck in front of us turns right. The truck will move well over to the right. The truck will reduce speed drastically. Yes. The truck will swing out to the left before turning. Yes, that's the correct answer as well, because the truck can't drive like this. So he will drive a wide R to turn later to the right. All right. So both of these answers are correct. All right. What do you have to particularly remember at crossroads and junctions in a built-up area? Okay. The rule right before left applies without exception at all crossroads and junctions. Now, there might be a traffic light or traffic signs, so no, that's not correct. Intersection roads may have priority even though they are narrow and less well developed. Yes, that might be true. A better developed road always has priority. No. I think we can remember if there's always, it's never ever the right question or the right answer. So let's have a look. And yes, just the one in the middle was correct. Okay, let's go ahead with the next question. Why must you be particularly careful here? Let's open that picture. We are driving with around 30 kilometers ahead of our road. There comes the car from the left, but this car has no priority because there is no sign. So it's right before left, and that's why the car is on the left. He has to wait for us. However, keep in mind we have some leaves here covering the floor, and yes, there is a street sign or a name for a street. So below of these leaves there should be a street, and we have to take care that there is no one coming from the right. So let's have a look. Why must you be particularly careful here? Because there is an increased danger of skidding when braking. Yeah, because the street is covered. Because a vehicle could come from the right. Yes. Because the car coming from the left has priority. No, that's not correct. We have priority. All right. In front of the red car. Let's solve it, and correct. You are approaching a school. Children are leaving the school grounds. What must you reckon with? That children rush onto the road without thinking. Yes, that's highly possible. That children ride their bicycles onto the road without paying attention. Yes, that's two. 2 and 1. Yeah, I think so too, Matur. Maybe you're a bit faster than me. That children always conduct themselves properly on the road. Yeah, you're right. It's just 1 and 2. Let's solve it, and perfect. Well done. All right, let's continue with the next question. What do hazard warning lights draw your attention to? Okay. To school buses with children boarding or alighting. Yes, that's correct. To a traffic congestion. I think that means that there is a car stopped and causing a traffic jam. And to vehicles which have broken down. That's correct. Well, I want to see what's the middle one. I'm sorry, I have to check. Auf einen Stau. Yeah, because of a traffic. So 1, 2, and 3. Yes, no, the first one as well, actually. The first one too, because with the bus which stops, is telling everyone else that you have to drive walking speed if he has emergency lights, to protect the children in that case. Yeah, that's why all 3 of them are correct. All right, let's go ahead. A big combine harvester in front of you wishes to turn right. What is correct? The combine harvester cannot swing out due to rear wheel steering. That's not correct. He can swing out. Actually, you shouldn't put that one. Will swing far out to the left when turning is probably the same like a truck. Yeah, he has to turn wide to the left to turn right, to catch the curve. Yeah, he will slow down drastically before turning. That's all right as well. All right, let's go ahead. And let's continue. Yeah, that's why we are doing this, that we are learning something. I'm happy that I could teach you this with a bus. That's very important later as well when you drive in practical exam. Me as a teacher always hope that there is no bus when we're in real driving exam, because it doesn't happen that often that there is a bus with emergency light. But okay, let's go on here. You are driving behind a farm vehicle with a trailer carrying a high load. What must you reckon with? Particularly when braking or turning, parts of the load can fall off. Yes, that might be possible. The indicators may be concealed, making it difficult to see when the combination of vehicles wish to turn off. Yes, that's true. The braking distance of the combination of vehicles is particularly short because of its load. No, if it's getting more heavy, if the vehicle is heavier, then he needs actually a longer braking time. Yeah, the vehicle needs more time. Please give us a time to answer. Okay, I will give it a try. Well, in that case, it's not correct, the third one, because if it's very heavy, then the truck needs more time, or the vehicle, to brake, so we shouldn't put that one. It's 1 and 2. All right, I will give you time this. What should you anticipate? Okay, I will first open the picture right now. We are driving around 25. We are indicating to the right, so we want to turn right. And yes, there is no traffic sign, so the rule here is right before left. So if a vehicle comes from the right, that vehicle would have priority. And if you see carefully, we can see a bus. It's not clear if he's driving or if it's stopping, and there might be more, but we can't see it. Yeah, so we have to take care. All right, let's close the picture. So what should you anticipate? 1, 2, or 3? Or all of them? At least one should be correct, but it can be more than just one correct answer. Okay, we'll give you a bit time. That I will have to stop at the junction, pedestrians crossing the road, a vehicle driving past the bus. Well, okay, I will start to give you the correct answer right now. That I will have to stop at the junction. Yes, because it's right before left. Pedestrians crossing the road. Yes, correct. And a vehicle driving past the bus. Yes, might be possible too. Correct. That's right. All these 3 are correct. Let's solve it. You're right. Okay, what should you do in this situation? We are driving right now around 30 kilometers per hour. And there comes a truck. Yeah, tractor, not truck. Tractor. Yeah, I hope I spell it correctly. And let's see. Let's close it. What should you do in this situation? All of them, you say. Okay, be ready to brake is correct. Continue driving as before. No, in that case, this is not correct, because we have to slow down because of the truck. And reduce speed. That's a good idea. The thing is that this tractor or the vehicle driver can't see us, so he doesn't know that we are coming towards. So it's better to be prepared. 1 and 3 is correct. Exactly. All right. Yes. Okay, let's continue with the next one. And that's, again, a small film. Let's start. We are driving right now, and you see we are coming to a railway crossing. And each of these red lines means 80 meters. So, okay, that was a bit fast. I will do it again, okay? Start the film. The railway crossing, we have a car in front of us, a bus on the left, and now focus. On the bicycle, there's a bicycle, and behind of the bicycle comes another car. And he's indicating, so he wants to overtake. That's important. All right, let's go to the question. What should you anticipate in this situation? The oncoming car will now overtake without crossing the center of the road, pull out and cross the center of the road, brake and not cross the center of the road. Always think it should be always, you should be anticipate the worst case scenario to be prepared in any case. So which is the correct answer now? Well, the oncoming car will now overtake without crossing the center of the road. Is not possible. Let's have a look. If he wants to overtake the bicycle, he has to cross the line, yeah, because the bicycle is quite in the middle. So that's not correct. Pull out and cross the center of the road. That's probably the worst case scenario. Brake and not cross the center of the road. He might do it, but that is probably not what you should anticipate. That's why second answer is correct. Exactly. See it? Yes. All right, let's go on with question 104. When could a dangerous situation arise here? All right, let's have a look. We are driving around 30 kilometers towards the road. We have a truck in front of us, but the important thing right now is the bicycle driver and in the combination of the sign. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we've got it right now. So, like this. He's on a bicycle lane and the lane is ending here. In German, Ende means ending. It's quite similar in English in that case. So, as a good German and a real good bicycle driver, he knows that he's not allowed to go on the path here, that he has to enter the road because his bicycle lane is entering here. We know all bicycle drivers, sorry if I say it like that, they give a shit on rules. Mostly, however, you have to be aware that he might enter the road and doesn't follow this part because it's ending. All right. Let's see the answers. When could a dangerous situation arise here? If I continue driving at the same speed, if the cyclist changes to my lane, if the cycling stops at the end of the cycle path. So if I continue driving at the same speed and the bicycle might join, we will crash into him. So that's not a good idea to activate. If the cyclist changes to my lane, yes. And if the cycling stops at the end of the cycle path, that would be perfect. It wouldn't be a dangerous situation for us. Exactly, that's why it's again the second answer. Correct. Madur, you will be very good in exam if you go like that again. Ah, no! Oh my god. If I continue driving at the same... Oh my god, no, I was wrong. Okay, should more concentrate. Of course, if I continue driving at the same speed, I should push it. Because then I would... Yes, okay. 4 points. 4 points for the teacher here. What a shame, what a shame. But okay, let's concentrate. We still have some to go left. I will remember 4 points. All right, let's go on. Let's start the film. All right, we are driving and we have a truck behind us. And we are driving around 50. And on the left-hand side is a car. And you can't see it here in the mirror. And he's right now in the blind spot. So we are coming towards, there's a tricky situation in front of us, and on the left-hand side of our car is a blue car. So we have to aware of that. Go to the question. Now concentration. What should you do? I drive carefully past to the right of the truck. I move into the middle lane now, or I stop. Well, okay, I have already the solution now. What should you do? I drive carefully past to the right of the truck, like the red car is not a good idea, because we don't know what the truck wants to do. Maybe he's turning backwards and he can't see us. then we might cause an accident, so we shouldn't activate that one. I move into the middle lane now. Is as well not a good idea, because you remember I told you there was a car on our left in the blind spot. So if we go to the middle, we will cause a crash. So the only thing you're right is 3. So now we have it correct. Yes, at least. All right, let's go on. What should you note about electric bicycles, e-bikes, participating in road traffic? E-bikes can be deceptively fast. E-bikes can look very similar to conventional bicycles. E-bikes can be easily recognized to their engine noise. All right, I think that's quite easy. They can be very fast, that's correct. E-bikes look very similar to conventional bikes. Yeah, it's sometimes difficult to see that which type it is. And the third one, exactly, we shouldn't put that one because you can't recognize them by their noise. It's an e-bike, yeah, you won't listen the engine because it's electric. So we don't activate that one, and we see all of the first 2 are correct. Nice. What is the right course of action now? We are driving around 20 kilometers per hour, and we have a couple of children there, someone on a bicycle, and important, he's not looking at us. We are not sure if he's seeing us or not. And there's another child running towards us, or well, running on the path, and behind of it is a road, and there is probably right for left, and there's a coming red car. All right, let's go on. What is the right course of action now? I watch the cyclist closely. I maneuver over to the left side of the road. I get ready to brake. I think that is quite clear. Exactly. I watch the cyclist closely. Yeah, you should focus on him because maybe he enters into our way. I maneuver over to the left side of the road. That's not a good idea because if we turn left, there might come the red car and we will crash into him. So I get ready to brake is the correct answer. Yes, as well. You have to be prepared for braking and you have to check for the bicycle. All right, 1 and 3 is correct. Nice. All right, let's go ahead. You wish to overtake a farm tractor with a mounted implement extending beyond its back. What must you remember? So, in other words, we have a vehicle and behind of it is an extension and that causes some difficulties. The mounted implement can swing out when the tractor turns off. The rear light may be heavily soiled or concealed, making directional signals difficult or impossible to see when they are on. Farm tractors can always be overtaken safely due to their slow speed. Remember, always is always a bad choice to click, because in real life there is never ever a situation where you can say it's always like that. So that's why exactly we have to put the first one, because it can swing out, definitely. The extension can come closely when he's turning towards the coming traffic, and it might cover the lights of the vehicle. That's why the first 2 are correct. And yes, that's great. That's good. All right, let's go on with the next question. What must you anticipate on the other side of this crest in the road? So let's open it. We are driving around 60. It's a landscape road. There's a small mound and we can't see what's behind of it. So before we go to the questions or answers, there might be a car behind of it. There might be a big car showing up. There might be someone with some problems maybe who's waiting behind of it. or overtaking. A lot of things can happen because we can't see nothing. So let's go on to the answers. What must you anticipate on the other side of this crest in the road? A vehicle may be stationary there. There may be an oncoming vehicle on my side of the road. There may be a slow-moving vehicle on my side of the road. So what do you think? 1, 2, and 3? Okay, I will check. A vehicle may be stationary there. That's right. There may be an oncoming. Yes, that's true as well. And slow-moving vehicle. Yes, you're right. All of the 3 should be correct. Nice. All right. Let's go on with the next question. What must you be prepared for in this situation? We are driving a little bit faster than 20 kilometers per hour. We have some railway tracks here, and then there is a construction. That's why they have changed the way of road with these yellow stripes, and we can see it there. Normally there should be 2 lanes, but they crossed it, so right now we just have 1. And maybe important, there is a person. Yeah, there's a construction worker there, so we have to be careful. All right, let's close the picture. What must you be prepared for in this situation? Police regulating traffic, an uneven and dirty roadway, workers and construction equipment on the road. So we haven't seen any police, so this one probably is not correct. We shouldn't be prepared for a policeman showing up, but it's uneven and a dirty road, definitely. And workers and construction equipment on the road, yeah, we have seen them. Yes, exactly. That's why it's 2 and 3 correct. Nice, good work. You are waiting at a traffic light and want to turn right. What should you remember? You must, well, I have to read it again. Yes, okay. You must simply glance in the mirror to check that there is no cyclist behind you. Concentrate fully on the turning maneuver because any cyclist has to wait anyway. Or you must make sure there is no road user beside you on the right intending to go straight on. All right. Maybe while you're still thinking what you have to click, I can explain you what you have to do if you turn right at a traffic light and how is the rules. So imagine you are driving, you want to turn right, and next to you is a cyclist and he wants to go straight. So who has priority? You, who wants to turn right, or the cyclist going straight? It's the cyclist, because always when you turn right and there's someone who wants to go straight ahead, you have to give them priority. So that's why we have to pay special attention if there is no one. And you remember probably there was a thing like blind spot. And even if you check all mirrors around you, you haven't checked the blind spot because you can't see them in the mirror. So you have a part of checking the mirrors. You have to check your blind spot while turning your head to the shoulder to make the famous Schulterblick. And then you're allowed to turn. So keeping that in mind, have a look on the questions and answers. You must simply glance in the mirror is not enough. You have to check the blind spot. So that's why first is not correct. Concentrate fully on the turning maneuver because any cyclist has to wait anyway. No, you have not only concentrate on your movement, you have to check as well if there is someone, because in that case, as we said before, the cyclist would have priority. So the only correct question or only correct answer is make sure that there is no road user beside you on the right intending to go straight on. Yes, and you see 4 points. Okay, we saved it. Nice. All right, let's go ahead. You are driving on a new road through a woodland area. What must you reckon with? wild animals unexpectedly crossing the roadway, an obstruction caused by an accident involving a wild animal. There is no reason to expect accidents involving wild animals on new roads. Well, I think that's quite easy as well. Keep in mind, animals probably have a sense of danger if they know the area, but in that case, there is a new road. So maybe animals will still follow their old tracks, and now suddenly there is a road. So there might be a high probability that you have to count with wild animals and accidents causing by these type of wild animals. So wild animals unexpectedly crossing the roadway, yes, an obstruction caused by an accident as well. And no, you have to expect it. So all of the first two answers are correct. Nice, Madur, you made it correct as well. All right, let's go ahead. At which time of the day do you have to reckon with increased wild animals crossing? At noon, at dusk, at dawn. So at noon. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to check the German words because I'm not 100% sure. Mittags. All right. Okay. At noon, at dusk, or at dawn. So actually, it is. Which is? It's at dusk till dawn. But in the noon, they're normally sleeping or hiding. So that's why you don't have to reckon with wild animals during noon. Okay, we have a C. Yes. So in that case, it's just the second and the third one, correct? And the first one you shouldn't activate. All right, let's go ahead. Which dangers must you reckon with above all in rural areas? Slow farm vehicles, excessively wide farm vehicles, and soiled roadways. Yeah, slow farm vehicles, definitely. Slow farm vehicles, definitely. Excessively wide farm vehicles as well. We had them as well in the answers before or questions, and soiled roadways as well, because there might be this farm vehicles getting all the mud from the fields on the road. Yeah, that's why exactly 1, 2, and 3 is correct. Nice. All right, let's continue. A farm tractor is approaching you at dawn with its headlights switched on. What must you reckon with? 2 wide trailers can be attached to the tractor. The tractor can carry large work equipment which is difficult to see. Despite the headlights being switched on, it is not always possible to discern the weight of the tractor. What do you think? Actually, all of them are correct. He can have 2 trailers. He can have a lot of equipment behind of him. So if you want to overtake him or whatever, you have to count that he is larger than it might seem. And yeah, that's why it's difficult to yes, to judge how long the tractor is actually. I would say all 3, yes. In the last moment, you were writing 3 as well. All right, but it doesn't matter. You saved 4 points. Nice. All right, let's go ahead. What must you observe when you enter a tunnel? Drive with dipped headlights also during the day, even in well-lit tunnels. Take off your sunglasses. Switch fog headlamps on. All right. Drive with dipped headlights is required in Germany if you enter a tunnel, so we have to activate it. Take off your sunglasses is something necessary. Sometimes you're driving a long time where you have the sunglasses, you forget that you have them still on your nose, and then you enter in a tunnel and then it's very dark or more dark than normal, and that's why it's dangerous. That's why you should take them off. And switch fog headlamps on. No, there is no fog and no need for it. Exactly, that's why it's just 1 and 2. Nice. All right, now we are coming to the last questions. We will go to 120, so 4 missing for today, and then we have done them. What must you do in case of a traffic jam in a tunnel? Secure and leave vehicle immediately. Switch hazards warning lights on. When traffic comes to a standstill, keep a safety distance of approximately 5 meters to the car ahead. So what do you think? Secure and leave the vehicle immediately is not correct. It's just a traffic jam. There is no fire or something like that. So you should wait inside of the car. Switch hazards warning lights on? Yes, because you should warn the other ones behind you coming that you're stopping inside of the tunnel. That's why it's 2. When traffic comes to a standstill, keep safety distance of 5 meters. Yes, that's necessary because imagine the firefighters will pass later and then you have no space anymore left to make them space if you don't have some safety distance for the car in front of you. That's why you have to leave 5 meters. So it's 2 and 3. Yes, not that correct in this case. But here, 1, 2 and 3, not correct. But happens, Matt. You will remember later when it's time in your exam, and then you won't make it wrong. So here, 2 and 3 is correct. Nice. Let's go ahead. What can impair your attention when driving through a tunnel? Reflections of light from oncoming traffic, the length of the tunnel, and good road markings. Well, reflections of light from oncoming traffic, that can impair your attention. That's true inside of a tunnel. The length of the tunnel as well, yeah, that can distract you as well. And good road markings, no, this is something which actually helps you, yeah, so this does not impair your attention. So we should just mark the first and the second one. The length of the tunnel as well. Why? Because yeah, if you go for the example for the Alps, you stay hours and hours inside of it and it makes you dizzy, for example, yeah, so yes, longer the tunnel, more dangerous it is, and it can impair your attention. All right, let's go ahead. Which basic code of conduct must you observe in a tunnel? Do not make a U-turn. Follow instructions and information from the tunnel personnel. Drive with dipped headlights also by day, even in a well-lit tunnel. Do not make a U-turn is definitely clear. Yes, because if you would make a U-turn, you need a lot of tries until you get around it in a small tunnel, and that's very dangerous. Yeah, you might cause an accident, so you should never ever do a U-turn inside of a tunnel, please. Follow instructions and information from the tunnel person as well. So if they make an announcement and telling you, please do that, or following, so that's why second as well. And drive with dipped headlights also by day, we said before, exactly. That's why this one is correct as well. Let's solve it. Yes, nice. Coming to the last question for today. Oh no, not an easy one. 5 points and a movie. Okay. Concentration for the last one. Start the film. We are driving with 40 kilometers per hour. And yes, there's a car turning right and he's returning. You saw he's turning right and then some indicator were activated and he was about to get backwards again. All right. Let's start the film. Let's have a look again. So we're driving. Behind of us is far away a car, but I think that doesn't matter. And now focus on the blue car here coming towards us. He's turning right and now indicating and turning backwards. And there was a bicycle or motorcycle coming. So let's go to the question. What should you do now? Swerve to the left. Slow down and be ready to brake. Continue driving as before. Swerve to the left is not a good idea because there's the coming traffic. You shouldn't do that. Slow down and be ready to brake. Sounds very good. And continue driving as before is not a good idea because we were driving nearly 40 and the other car is coming out, we might crash into him. So that's why the second answer is the correct one. Let's solve it. And yes, correct. Okay, that was a tricky one actually, these questions. They're getting harder and harder. We started very easy, but that was difficult. So thank you for joining it, and I hope I could explain one or another question and you will have less trouble in exam later. So see you tomorrow, and thanks for joining the stream, and thanks to Matur. It was very, very great to do it together. So see you until the next time. Goodbye.